Oh my god, viewers, buckle up because the drama in the world of hip-hop and reality TV just exploded into a full-blown scandal that's got everyone talking, tweeting, and losing their minds. Imagine this, Mendeecees Harris, the tough-as-nails star from Love and Hip Hop New York, the man who's battled everything from prison time to family feuds, is now at the center of a storm so vicious it could tear apart empires. We're talking wild accusations, flying left and right HIV rumors that hit like a sucker punch, a shocking arrest that's got him screaming innocence from the rooftops, and fingers pointing straight at none other than Tamar, the queen of shade and soulful sass, as the mastermind behind it all. This arrest is wrong. Tamar is targeting me, Mendeecees reportedly roared in a heated outburst that leaked online, sending shockwaves through the industry. Fans are absolutely stunned, hearts racing as they scroll through endless threads of speculation. Is this revenge a setup, or the unraveling of secrets long buried in the glitz and grit of celebrity life? Picture the scene. It's a crisp evening in Atlanta, where the air is thick with tension, thicker than a plot twist on Empire. Mendeecees, fresh off his latest business ventures and trying to rebuild his life post-incarceration, gets slapped with handcuffs in a raid that feels straight out of a blockbuster thriller. Cops swarm in, cameras flash like lightning, and suddenly, whispers of a criminal conspiracy erupt. But wait, it's not just any crime. Rumors swirl that this ties back to old beefs, with Tamar allegedly pulling strings from the shadows. Why? Oh honey, the tea is scalding. Sources close to the drama claim it all stems from an explosive fallout years ago, when Tamar and Mendeecees crossed paths at a star-studded event. Words were exchanged, egos bruised, and now, payback's a diva with a microphone. She's out for blood, one insider gasped to us exclusively. And then there's the HIV bombshell, Mendeecees denying it vehemently, calling it vicious lies designed to destroy me and my family. Emotions are running sky high. His wife Yandi is reportedly in tears, rallying the troops on social media with cryptic posts that have fans decoding every emoji. But hold on, because this isn't just celebrity gossip, it's a war of words, loyalties tested, and alliances shattered. Family members are divided, Mendeecees' kids caught in the crossfire, begging for the truth amid the chaos. Friends are picking sides, with some Hollywood heavyweights whispering support, while others ghost him entirely. And the fans? Oh, they're shocked to their core, flooding comment sections with justice for Mendeecees and Tamar. Spill the tea. The internet is on fire, memes exploding, and live streams dissecting every detail. Is Mendeecees the victim of a calculated smear campaign, or is there fire behind this smoke? Tamar's camp is eerily silent, but we've got leaks suggesting she's fuming, ready to clap back with receipts that could flip the script entirely. Viewers, if your jaw isn't on the floor yet, just wait, this is only the beginning. In this exclusive deep dive, we're peeling back the layers of betrayal, heartbreak, and high-stakes drama that could change everything, from heated confrontations caught on camera to unexpected allies emerging from the shadows. The twists will leave you gasping. Stay tuned as we unravel how Mendeecees is fighting back, denying every accusation with fire in his eyes, and why Tamar might just be the puppet master in this reality TV nightmare. You won't believe what happens next. Emotions erupt, secrets spill, and the fallout could destroy careers. Hit that play button, because this scandal is about to go nuclear. Viewers, the chaos didn't stop with that explosive hook, oh no. It was just the spark that lit the fuse on what has become the most explosive love and hip-hop scandal of the decade. And right now, as we sit here on January 10, 2026, the fallout is still raining down like confetti at a bad wedding. Mendeecees Harris, the man who once stood tall as the hustler-turned-family man on Love and Hip Hop New York and Atlanta, found himself in the eye of a hurricane that started brewing months ago, but detonated right at the end of 2025. Let's rewind the tape and dive deep into how this all unfolded, because the layers of betrayal, denial, and finger-pointing are thicker than a plot twist on a VH1 reunion special. It all kicked off when whispers turned into screams online about Mendeecees allegedly stepping out with Tamar Braxton, the sultry songstress known for her powerhouse vocals and even fiercer clapbacks. Fans were losing their minds when blogger Funky Deneva dropped what he claimed were eyewitness accounts of Mendeecees and Tamar getting cozy at V12 Lounge in Atlanta, sneaking kisses in cars, slipping into her home late at night, the kind of tea that makes the timeline explode. People were tagging Yandi Smith left and right, asking if she knew, if she was okay, if this was the final nail in their already shaky coffin of a relationship. Yandi, the queen of business moves and emotional strength, had been fighting tooth and nail to keep their family together on camera for years. But behind the scenes, cracks were showing bigger than ever. Mendeecees, fresh out of trying to rebuild after his past legal troubles, was adamant this was all lies. "I'm not about that life," he reportedly told close friends in private texts that somehow leaked to blogs. But the pressure was mounting. Yandhi was posting cryptic messages on Instagram about loyalty, healing, and knowing your worth, while Mendeecees was staying low-key, focusing on his kids and his businesses. Then came the bombshell interview on Streets 94.5 Radio in late December 2025. Mendeecees sat down and dropped truth that shook the entire love and hip-hop universe. He and Yandhi were done, over, finished. And get this, they were never legally married, despite the televised wedding special in 2015 that had fans crying happy tears. Despite the vow renewal in Dubai that looked like pure romance, no license was ever signed. "We not together," he said calmly. But the internet heard thunder. We couldn't get on the same page. Emotions ran high as fans dissected every word. Was this the reason Tamar rumors even started? Was Mendeecees single the whole time? Making the homewrecker accusations against Tamar completely baseless. Tamar, who had been dragged mercilessly for weeks, saw her moment and seized it like a pro. She hopped on Instagram stories with fire in her eyes and a Cash App handle ready. Accepting all apologies, she wrote, posting a hilarious price list: $30 for calling her a hoe, $10 for liar, and escalating from there. Fans were shocked, laughing, and picking sides all at once. Tamar is vindicated became the rallying cry. Yandhi's camp stayed mostly silent at first, but you could feel the tension. She posted reflective quotes about growth, about walking away when it's time, about protecting your peace. But inside, sources say she was heartbroken, feeling like the public announcement blindsided her after years of holding it down. The HIV rumors, they hit like a freight train in the middle of this mess. Some vicious corners of the internet started spreading lies that Tamar had tested positive after a rumored night with Mendeecees, tying it all together in the ugliest way possible. Mendeecees shut it down immediately. "These are vicious lies designed to destroy me, my family, my reputation," he reportedly roared in a heated phone call to his team that got leaked. "I'm healthy, I'm clean, and this arrest they're trying to pin on me now, wrong. Completely wrong. Wait a minute. Yes, because as if the breakup and affair rumors weren't enough, authorities started circling Mendeecees again over old connections and new whispers of shady dealings. Fans are divided. Some say it's retaliation, others say it's karma catching up. Mendeecees is screaming innocence. "This is targeted," he told anyone who would listen. "Tamar is targeting me because she got dragged, but I didn't do this." Family was left in absolute chaos. Mendeecees' kids, Omari Asam, and the little ones he shares with Yandhi were caught in the crossfire. Yandhi posted tearful videos talking about co-parenting through pain, about shielding the children from the noise. "They don't deserve this," she said in one emotional clip. Friends started picking sides too. Some Love and Hip Hop cast members, like Erica Mena and Safari Samuels, stayed neutral, but others whispered support for Yandhi, saying she fought alone for too long. The fans, they were in meltdown mode. Twitter EX was flooded with hashtag Justice for Men, DC's hashtag Team TAMAR, hashtag YanDY deserves better. Memes exploded. Live streams dissected every post, every interview clip. One viral thread had fans counting how many times Mendeecees said "we versus I" in old episodes, trying to prove when the split really happened. But here's where the first major twist hits. Insiders claim the Tamar rumors weren't random. Funky Deneva, the blogger who started it all, had been feuding with Mendeecees for years over old Love and Hip Hop tea. Some say he exaggerated sightings to stir the pot, knowing Mendeecees was already on the outs with Yandhi. Mendeecees clapped back, peaceful but worn. Yandhi, ever the boss, dove deeper into her brands, reminding everyone she's more than just a wife or ex. But the arrest rumors kept swirling. Sources close to Mendeecees say it's tied to past racketeering echoes, maybe a probation slip or old associates talking. He denies it all. "This is wrong," he insisted in a leaked voice note. "They're targeting me because of the noise. Tamar started this by staying silent at first, letting me take the heat." But Tamar fired back indirectly, posting about people who lie to save face. The family drama deepened when Yandhi seemingly shaded Mendeecees on socials, posting about knowing when to let go, and not fighting for someone who won't fight back. Fans read between the lines, saying she was tired of carrying the relationship. Mendeecees responded by staying quiet on her posts, but focusing on his kids, sharing sweet moments that reminded everyone he's still a dad first. The kids were the real victims here, sources say. confused by the headlines, asking why mommy and daddy aren't together anymore. And just when you thought it couldn't get messier, whispers emerged that Yandhi had her own emotional entanglements, things she admitted on the show but downplayed. Mendeecees had cheated too, in the past, but they worked through iTour, so everyone thought. Now, with the split confirmed, old wounds reopened. Fans were shocked to see how divided the love and hip-hop community became. Some cast members reached out privately to Yandhi, offering support, while others stayed silent, not wanting to pick sides in what could become a lawsuit if things escalated. Emotions ran high in private group chats, with Mendeecees venting to friends about feeling betrayed by the industry that once celebrated him. "I did my time, I changed, and now this." One friend quoted him saying. Tamar, meanwhile, turned the narrative into empowerment, using the drama to promote her music and remind fans she's a survivor of worse. "The HIV lies hurt her deeply," she said in a subtle post, but she refused to let them define her. As we peel back more layers, the betrayal feels personal. Mendeecees claims the targeting started when Tamar didn't immediately deny the rumors, letting him drown in backlash. "She's the one with the platform to stop it," he allegedly told a confidant. But Tamar's camp says she shouldn't have to clean up his mess. The family was left divided, with extended relatives taking sides, some supporting Mendeecees' fresh start, others loyal to Yandhi's hustle. Fans are still reacting, with petitions for a reunion special just to hash it out on camera. The unresolved questions pile up. Was the marriage illusion all along? Did Mendeecees set this in motion to force the split? Is Tamar really innocent, or is there more tea brewing? And that arrest, will it stick, or is it smoke and mirrors? This is just the beginning of the unraveling. Viewers, the drama is far from over, with more twists waiting in the shadows. Stay locked in as we continue diving deeper into this heartbreak, betrayal, and battle for truth. Viewers, picking right up from those burning questions that left everyone on the edge of their seats. The drama didn't cool down in the new year. In fact, it turned into a full inferno as January 2026 hit, and Mendeecees decided he wasn't going to take the hits lying down anymore. He dropped a bombshell video on his Instagram, shirt sleeves rolled up, eyes intense, voice steady but laced with raw hurt, and he addressed everything head. "Look, I stayed quiet long enough," he started, the camera shaking slightly like even his hand was trembling from the weight of it all. "I denied the HIV rumors because they were cruel and false. I denied the affair because it never happened. And this arrest they're talking about, it's wrong. Completely fabricated to keep me down when I'm trying to rise. Tamar is targeting me, letting these lies spread to save her own image after she got dragged into something she claims she had no part in." The comments section exploded in seconds. Fans were typing in all caps, hearts breaking, some defending him fiercely with Mendeecees deserves better than this smear campaign, while others were calling him out, saying you brought this on yourself with the shady behavior. Yandhi, who had been posting nothing but positive vibes and business promotions, finally broke her silence in a way that hit like a gut punch. She shared a simple black square on her story with white text that read, "Sometimes the truth hurts more than the lies. Healing looks different for everyone." No names, no direct shots, but everyone knew who it was aimed at. The love and hip-hop fandom split right down the middle, Team Yandhi versus Team Mendeecees, with Tamar floating above it all, like she was watching the chaos she never asked for but refused to let destroy her. Then came the second major twist that nobody saw coming. A former love and hip-hop producer, speaking anonymously to a major blog, claimed that the real beef between Mendeecees and Tamar went back further than anyone realized. Apparently, years ago during a crossover event for the franchise, Mendeecees had made a comment backstage that Tamar took as disrespectful toward her family and her music career. He said something about her being all talk and no substance, the source alleged, and she never forgot it. When the rumors hit about them being seen together, she didn't rush to shut them down because, in her mind, let him feel what it's like to be dragged through the mud. Whether that story is true or just more fuel on the fire, it added gasoline to an already raging blaze. Mendeecees' inner circles started rallying hard. His brother, his cousins, even some old Atlanta homies posted throwback photos with captions like "Real, recognize real," and the truth always comes out. One particularly emotional post came from his oldest son, who wrote a long caption about how proud he was of his dad for staying strong through all the hate. Fans were crying in the comments, saying things like, "This is bigger than reality TV. This is about a black man trying to protect his legacy." But the HIV denial remained the most painful part for everyone involved. Mendeecees went live briefly, showing medical papers blurred out for privacy but clearly dated recent, saying I'm good, God is good, stop spreading death on my name. The live chat was a war zone of support and skepticism. Meanwhile, Tamar wasn't staying silent anymore. She hopped on a podcast with Angie Martinez, voice calm but cutting like a blade. I've been through too much in my life to let baseless rumors define me. She said, I never touched that man. Never. But when people come for me, I protect myself. If receipts need to drop, they will drop. The internet lost it. What receipts? Fans started speculating wildly text messages, photos, audio. Mendeecees' team responded by saying any receipts would be fabricated or old and out of context. But the damage was already done. Yandy, sensing the escalation, posted a video of her kids laughing and playing, captioning it, "This is what matters. Everything else is noise." It was a subtle but powerful reminder that while the adults were feuding, innocent lives were being affected. The arrest situation escalated too. Late one night in early January, police showed up at Mendeecees' Atlanta home for what his lawyer called a routine check tied to an old probation matter. But Mendeecees saw it differently. He filmed part of the encounter from his porch, voice shaking with anger. "This is harassment. Plain and simple. They know I'm clean. They know I changed. But because of this online circus, they're using it as an excuse to target me." The clip went mega viral, racking up millions of views in hours. Fans were outraged, starting hashtags like #FreeMendeecees and #StopTheTargeting. Even some celebrities chimed in. Kirk Frost from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta posted, "Brother, hold your head up," while others stayed quiet, not wanting the smoke. Inside the Harris household, things were crumbling. Sources close to Yandy say she cried for hours after the arrest video dropped, not because she still loved Mendeecees romantically, but because she hated seeing the father of her children in pain and the public spectacle it created. She reportedly told friends, "I fought for this family for years. I can't fight the world too." The kids were asking questions no child should have to ask. Why is daddy on the news again? Is he going back away? Yandy shielded them as best she could, turning off the TV, limiting phone time. But kids are smart, they feel the tension. Tamar's fans rallied around her, calling her a queen for not buckling under pressure. She started dropping subtle musical teasers, lyrics about snakes and designer, and lies that can't touch my crown. The songs weren't out yet, but the previews had people saying she's about to cook him. Mendeecees, never one to back down, started hinting at his own project, a LHHATL interview series where he plans to set the record straight once and for all. He teased it on his story. "When the full truth drops, y'all gone see who is really moving foul." The family extended beyond just Yandy and Mendeecees. His mom was reportedly heartbroken, calling Yandy to check on the grandkids and saying, "We still family no matter what." Yandy appreciated the gesture but kept boundaries firm. On the Braxton side, Tamar's sisters were protective, posting support and shutting down any negative comments on her pages. Trina Braxton even went live, saying, "My sister has been through hell and back. Don't come for her unless she sends for you." The sisterhood was strong, and it only made the divide feel deeper. As the weeks progressed, more leaks surfaced. Purpose. Another leak claimed Tamar had laughed about the situation in a group chat, saying karma is real. Authenticity couldn't be verified. But it didn't matter, the damage was spreading like wildfire. Fans were emotionally invested, arguing in comment sections at 3 a.m., unfollowing each other, blocking accounts. It was reality TV drama at its peak. Except this time, it felt too real. Mendeecees started therapy publicly, posting about mental health and healing from the hate. Yandy did the same, sharing affirmations and gratitude journals. Both were trying to show growth, but the public wasn't ready to let go of the mess yet. Every move they made was dissected. A simple like on an old post became shade. A new outfit became flexing after the breakup. Nothing was innocent anymore, and just when it seemed like things might start to calm, a new rumor dropped. Mendeecees was allegedly planning to sue the blogger who started the Tamar affair story for defamation. "He's done playing nice," a source said. "He wants his name cleared legally." Tamar's team laughed it off, saying, "Bring it." The legal threats added another layer of suspense. Would courtrooms become the next stage for this feud? Viewers, the pain, the passion, the pettiness, it's all still unfolding. Mendeecees is fighting for his truth. Yandy is protecting her peace. Tamar is guarding her legacy. And the fans are left picking up the pieces of a family that once seemed unbreakable. But hold on tight, because the next chapter is about to bring even more heat, more tears, and maybe, just maybe, some closure. The story isn't over yet. Viewers, the tension kept building like a storm that refuses to break. And as we rolled into the first full week of January 2026, Mendeecees wasn't just defending himself anymore. He was going on the offensive in ways that had the entire love and hip-hop community holding their breath, after that emotional Instagram video where he laid it all bare, denying the HIV lies with fire in his voice, and calling out Tamar directly for targeting him through silence and shade. The backlash turned into a tidal wave. Fans were flooding his page with support, posting prayer emojis and messages like "Stay strong, King, we see the setup," while others were tearing him apart, saying you can't deny years of patterns. Mendeecees. But the real explosion came when he announced he was done talking in clips and ready for the full sit-down. He scheduled a no-holds-barred interview with a popular YouTube channel known for spilling raw tea, promising to drop the real timeline of everything from the Yandy split to the Tamar rumors, and even addressing why he thinks this arrest threat is nothing but retaliation. "They want me quiet, but I'm not built like that," he teased in a story post. Eyes locked on the camera like he was staring straight through the haters. Emotions were everywhere. His voice cracked a little when he mentioned his kids again, saying my babies don't deserve to see their dad painted as some monster. The preview clip alone racked up over 1 million views in hours, with fans debating if this would be redemption or more drama fuel. Yandy, meanwhile, was channeling her pain into power moves. She launched a new self-care line tied to her existing brands, posting glowing photos of herself in serene settings with captions like "Peace is my priority now," and "Building empires while healing hearts." It was classy shade at its finest, never mentioning Mendeecees by name, but everyone read the subtext. Sources close to her whispered that she was exhausted from years of carrying the emotional load. From public cheating confessions on the show to private struggles that never made the edit, she's finally free, one friend allegedly told a blog, and she's not looking back. The fans noticed too, with #YonDY season trending as supporters rallied around her but the HIV rumors, they refused to die quietly. Despite Mendeecees showing those blurred medical docs on live, vicious fake accounts kept recirculating old screenshots and fabricated stories, claiming Tamar had confirmed something wild after a supposed night together. Tamar's team shut it down hard, issuing a statement through her PR that read, "These are malicious, baseless lies that endanger lives and reputations. Legal action is imminent." She even went on her own IG live, tears in her eyes but voice steady, saying, "I've fought depression. I've fought for my family. I won't let internet trolls define my health or my worth." The moment went viral, with celebrities reposting in solidarity, turning the narrative from scandal to survivor story. Then came the third massive twist that flipped everything upside down. Funky Deneva, the blogger who ignited this whole firestorm with his eyewitness claims, suddenly went quiet. No more lives. No more posts about the drama. Insiders speculated he got hit with a cease and desist from both camps, Mendeecees for defamation threats, and Tamar for the initial lies. Mendeecees celebrated it subtly, posting a simple "truth wins" with praying hands, while Tamar shared a meme of a queen walking away from chaos. But the silence from Funky left fans wondering, was there truth to any of it, or was it all exaggerated for clicks? The speculation only grew hotter. Family ties strained further when Mendeecees' mom reached out publicly to Yandy, posting an old family photo with the caption, "Love doesn't end. It evolves. Praying for all my babies." Yandy liked the post but didn't comment, a move that had fans reading deep meaning into the small gesture. The kids were still the heartbreaking center. Mendeecees shared a video of him helping his son with homework, captioning it, "This is real life, not the noise." Yandy countered with pics of her daughter in dance class, saying protecting their joy is everything. It was co-parenting under the brightest spotlight, and everyone felt the weight. As the legal whispers grew louder, Mendeecees' lawyer dropped a statement saying any arrest talk was premature and politically motivated, tying it back to old probation issues being dredged up because of the media frenzy. "Mr. Harris is compliant and focused on family," the statement read, but Mendeecees himself added fuel by going live again, saying Tamar's silence at the beginning let this monster grow. "If she had shut it down day one, we wouldn't be here." Tamar responded indirectly with a song snippet preview, lyrics about people who point fingers while hiding their own dirt. The battle of the posts was on, with fans screenshotting everything for evidence in the court of public opinion. Friends from the love and hip-hop circle started weighing in more openly. Kirk Frost posted a cryptic, "Sometimes you gotta let folks show you who they are," which many took as support for young. Erica Mena stayed neutral but shared a general post about mental health in the spotlight. Safari joked about it on his story, saying, "Y'all wild out here," lightening the mood for a second before the heaviness returned. The cast was divided, just like the fansome saying Mendeecees was finally free to live his truth. Others insisting Yandhi had been the glue, holding it together too long. The emotional toll was visible everywhere. Mendeecees looked tired in his videos, bags under his eyes, but determined. Yandhi's glow seemed forced at times, like she was pushing through the pain. Tamar channeled it into creativity, hinting at a new album inspired by resilience. The public was hooked, refreshing feeds constantly for the next development. Petitions for a special reunion episode to air it all out hit thousands of signatures. Let them talk it out on camera. Fans begged VH1, but for now, it was all social media warfare and private tears. And just as things felt like they might plateau, a new leak surfaced. Alleged old DMs where Mendeecees supposedly vented about Tamar being messy years ago. Tying back to that backstage comment rumor. Authenticity, questionable. Impact, massive. It reignited the old beef narrative, making fans question if this was payback from way back. Mendeecees dismissed it as fake, saying they're digging deep because the truth hurts them more. Tamar's camp called it desperate deflection. Viewers, the heartbreak is real. The betrayals feel endless. And the stakes are sky high with careers, families, and reputations on the line. Mendeecees is pushing for his truth. Yandhi is reclaiming her power. Tamar is refusing to be broken. And the fans are emotionally drained but can't look away. The next move could change everything: lawsuits, more interviews, maybe even a surprise alliance. But one thing's clear. This drama is evolving, and none of them are backing down. Viewers, as that storm of leaks and threats kept raging without any sign of slowing down, the fourth week of January 2026 brought the kind of escalation that had even the most jaded reality TV watchers gasping for air. Because Mendeecees finally made good on his promise and sat down for that explosive, full-length interview that dropped like a nuclear bomb on YouTube at midnight on January 20. The thumbnail alone was Fire Mendeecees in a black hoodie, arms crossed, staring straight into the soul of the camera with the title screaming the truth about Tamar. Yandhi always will. But we couldn't keep pretending for the cameras or the kids. Fans watching felt the weight of those words, realizing the family they'd rooted for on TV had been cracking behind closed doors longer than anyone knew. Then he dove into the Tamar saga with zero filter. I never touched that woman. Not a date, not a kiss, not even a long conversation. Those eyewitness stories. Straight lies from people who profit off chaos. Funky Deneva started it, and once it spread, Tamar had every chance to say nah, that's cap day one. She didn't. She let it ride, posted her little Cash App jokes, accepted apologies from strangers, dragging her name through mud she claims she never deserved. That's silence. That was targeting. That was letting me drown while she stayed above water. The clip of him saying that went mega viral instantly, remixed with dramatic music and slow motion zooms on his face. But the most gut-wrenching part came when he addressed the HIV rumors head-on. He pulled out printed lab results, date-stamped December 2025, holding them up to the camera. This is me healthy. This is me clean. These lies were meant to kill me off in the court of public opinion. Who benefits from that? People who want me cancelled. Quiet, gone. I won't let them win. He choked up talking about his kids seeing those headlines, about how he had to sit them down and explain why daddy was trending for the worst reasons. No child should have to Google their parent's name and see death rumors, he said, wiping his face. The interview clocked over an hour, and by the end, even skeptics were shaken. He ended with a direct message: Tamar, if you got real receipts, drop them. If not, stop playing. And to whoever's behind this arrest, threat time here. I'm compliant. I'm not running. The fallout was immediate and brutal. Yandhi's phone reportedly blew up with friends checking in, some saying the interview felt like a public divorce finalization. She didn't respond directly, but hours later posted a single story, a black and white photo of her walking away down a long hallway. Captioned "Forward is the only direction." Fans interpreted it as confirmation she was done responding, done fighting, just moving on. Her supporters flooded the comments with "Queen energy" and "You deserve peace," while Mendeecees fans called it shade and avoiding accountability. Tamar waited 2 full days before clapping back, and when she did, it was surgical. She went live from her home gym, mid-workout, sweat glistening, looking unbothered and unbreakable. "I'm not doing long essays," she began, catching her breath. "I said what I said. I never claimed him. I never wanted him. The jokes were self-defense after y'all dragged me for weeks over nothing. If receipts were needed to prove I wasn't involved, they'd have been dropped already because there are none, because nothing happened." She laughed bitterly. "But since we're talking receipts, let's talk about how Mendeecees used to text mutuals about me years ago. calling me messy and worse. Old beef doesn't disappear. It festers. She didn't show screenshots, but the implication was clear. She had them, and she was choosing mercy for now. The HIV denial from Mendeecees hit her hard too. She addressed it quietly. Those rumors hurt everyone involved. Spreading health lies is dangerous and disgusting. I hope he stays healthy. I hope his family heals. But don't drag my name into your mess to deflect. The live ended with her turning off the camera mid-sentence, leaving fans stunned. The internet broke, against side-by-side clips of both interviews circulating. People picking apart every word, every pause, every blink. Family reactions poured in quietly. Mendeecees' mom posted a rare statement, praying for understanding and truth. My son is a good man with a good heart. That's all I'll say. Yandy's circle stayed loyal and silent. But one close friend leaked that Yandy had been in therapy, focusing on herself and the children. She's not bitter, the friend said. She's just tired of the cycle. The kids remained shielded. But sweet moments shared by both parents. Mendeecees at a basketball game with his son. Yandy baking cookies with her daughter reminded everyone what was really at stake. The arrest threat loomed larger than ever. Mendeecees' legal team confirmed they were in talks with authorities to clear any misunderstandings. But he posted a video from his car after a meeting, saying they're using old paperwork to harass me because the headlines make it easy. This isn't justice. This is targeting. Fans launched donation drives for his legal fund. Hashtags like #StandWithMendeecees trending worldwide. Even some Love and Hip Hop alums, like Joel Santana, reposted support, saying the streets know what's up. As January drew to a close, the emotional roller coaster showed no signs of stopping. Mendeecees announced he was working on a podcast to continue telling his side, teasing more names, more timelines, more proof. Tamar dropped the first single from her upcoming project, a sultry anthem about rising above snakes, with lyrics fans swore were aimed directly at the drama. Yandy kept building new collaborations, new merch drops, new peace. Viewers, the betrayals have cut deep, the denials have been fierce, and the targeting feels personal to everyone involved. Mendeecees is fighting for redemption, Tamar for dignity, Yandy for freedom. The family that once seemed so solid is fractured, but the love for their kids keeps them civil in public. Questions still burn. Will lawsuits fly? Will receipts finally drop? Will the arrest become real or fade away? The drama is peaking, and none of them are blinking. Viewers, with the interview bombshells still echoing across every timeline and group chat, February 2026 crept in like a thief. But the drama refused to take a breather. Instead, it accelerated into what many are now calling the most chaotic month in love and hip-hop history. As Mendeecees doubled down on his fight, Tamar escalated her silence into strategic strikes. And Yandy finally stepped out of the shadows with a move that left everyone speechless. The legal threats that had been simmering suddenly boiled over when Mendeecees' attorney filed a formal defamation lawsuit against the blogger Funky Deneva and 2 anonymous accounts accused of spreading the HIV rumors, demanding millions in damages for emotional distress, reputational harm, and lost business opportunities. The filing hit the blogs at dawn on February 2nd. And by breakfast time the document was being dissected, line by line. Mendeecees posted the front page on his story with a single caption, "Enough is enough. Time to hold people accountable." Fans erupted in cheers, with #JusticeForMendeecees climbing back to the top trends. While skeptics rolled their eyes, saying he's deflecting again. But the suit wasn't just about money, it named specific posts, specific dates, specific lies. And it painted a picture of a coordinated campaign to destroy him after the breakup announcement. "This isn't revenge," his lawyer stated in a press release. "This is protection of a man's name, his family's name, and the truth." Tamar's response was swift and icy. Her PR team dropped a statement within hours. Ms. Braxton has no involvement in any of these matters. Beyond being falsely accused and dragged into someone else's personal affairs, she wishes Mr. Harris well in his legal pursuits and hopes the truth prevails for all parties. No jokes this time. No Cash App shade, just pure, professional distance. But behind the scenes, sources say she was furious, calling the lawsuit an attempt to intimidate anyone who ever questioned him. She posted a simple black photo with white text. When they can't control the narrative, they try to silence it. Fans read it as a warning. Don't push her, or the real receipts might surface after all. Yandy, who had been the quietest through the interview firestorm, finally broke her radio silence in the most powerful way possible. She scheduled a sit-down with a women's empowerment podcast. the first time she'd spoken at length since the split went public. The episode dropped on February 5th, and it was raw. She didn't attack Mendeecees. She spoke about her own journey. "I poured everything into this family," she said, voice steady but thick with emotion. "I fought through the cheating, the distance, the public scrutiny, because I believed in us. But believing in something doesn't make it real if the other person has checked out." She paused, took a breath. "I'm not bitter. I'm grateful for the lessons, for the children, for the strength I found when I had to stand alone." The interview shifted the narrative overnight. Suddenly the conversation wasn't just about who cheated or who lied, it was about a woman reclaiming her power after years of being the glue. Fans flooded her page with "Thank you for showing us what healing looks like," and "Yandi is the blueprint." Even some of Mendeecees' supporters admitted in comments that her words hit deep. She ended the episode with a message to her kids. "You are loved beyond measure. And mommy is okay. We're going to be more than okay." It was the kind of closure fans had been begging for, and it came without dragging anyone else down. But the peace didn't last long. The very next day, a new twist dropped that nobody expected. Leaked audio from a private phone call between Mendeecees and a mutual friend surfaced on a gossip page. In the clip, Mendeecees could be heard saying Tamar knew exactly what she was doing by not shutting it down. She enjoyed watching accusations. Mendeecees immediately called it edited and out of context, posting his own version of the full call where the friend was pushing him to speak on it. And he sounded more frustrated than vengeful. "They're clipping to make me look bad," he said in a live, classic move when the truth is coming out. Tamar's fans went ballistic, accusing Mendeecees of hypocrisy, suing for defamation while his words were now being weaponized against him. She didn't comment directly, but dropped another song teaser the same night. Lyrics that included "Talk about me in private, then cry when it goes public." The timing was perfect, the shade surgical. The music industry started buzzing about her upcoming album being the revenge project, with producers saying she poured every ounce of pain into the tracks. Family dynamics shifted again too. Mendeecees was spotted at a family barbecue with extended relatives, posting photos of laughter and food, captioning "Real love doesn't need cameras." Yandi meanwhile took the kids on a surprise trip, sharing nothing but a sunset photo with quality time greater than everything. The co-parenting was working on the surface, but the emotional distance was palpable. Sources say the kids were asking fewer questions now, but still felt the tension when mom and dad were in the same room for drop-offs. As February progressed, the arrest threat finally materialized in a limited way. Mendeecees was called in for questioning regarding an old associate who claimed he was involved in some financial discrepancies tied to past ventures. He went voluntarily, lawyer in tow, and walked out hours later with no charges. He filmed a quick clip outside the station. "They tried it again, I'm still standing." Fans cheered, calling it vindication. His legal team said the matter was closed, but the damage to his reputation lingered. The emotional peaks and valleys continued. Mendeecees started a mental health awareness series on his page, talking openly about anxiety, depression, and the toll of public scrutiny. Yandi launched a mentorship program for single moms, turning her pain into purpose. Tamar's music previews kept dropping, each one more pointed than the last, building anticipation for what many believe will be her biggest project yet. Viewers, the scars are deep, the lines are drawn, and the healing is happening in real time. Mendeecees is pushing forward with lawsuits and self-reflection. Yandi is blooming in her independence. Tamar is channeling fire into art. The family remains divided but resilient. The fans remain obsessed. And the questions still hang heavy. Will the defamation case bring closure or more chaos? Will Tamar ever drop those rumored receipts? Will the arrest whispers ever truly die? The story has twisted so many times it's hard to see the end. But one thing is certain, this drama has changed everyone involved forever. Viewers, as February 2026 pushed deeper into its second week, the drama reached a fever pitch that felt like the final act of a reality TV season nobody wanted to end, but everyone needed closure from, because Mendeecees' defamation lawsuit started making real waves in the courts and the headlines, with legal analysts on every blog and podcast breaking down the chances of him winning big against the blogger and those anonymous accounts spreading the HIV lies. The judge assigned to the case set an initial hearing for mid-March, and already discovery requests were flying, subpoenas for IP addresses, deleted posts, even private messages. Mendeecees posted a subtle update, a photo of himself in a suit outside what looked like a courthouse. Caption: "Protecting what's mine. Truth over everything." Fans were hyped, calling it the comeback of the year. while others whispered that suing might backfire and drag more skeletons out. Tamar, sensing the legal heat turning toward the origins of the rumors, made her boldest move yet. On February 10th, she announced a surprise Instagram live titled, "The Real Story, No Filter," scheduled for that very night. The announcement post was simple. Black background, white text, 8 p.m. EST, bring receipts. The internet froze. Millions tuned in early, chat moving so fast it blurred. When she appeared, she looked calm, hair pulled back, no makeup, just raw honesty. "I've stayed quiet because I didn't want to feed the beast," she started, voice even. "But since people want receipts, here we go." She shared her screen and pulled up a folder labeled proof nothing happened. First, screenshots of her calendar from the dates of the alleged sighting studio sessions, family events, flights out of Atlanta. Then, text threads with friends confirming her whereabouts. "I was never at V12 Lounge those nights," she said. "I was in LA recording." She addressed the HIV rumor directly, holding up her own recent health summary, blurred but official. "I'm healthy, always have been. These lies aren't just cruel, they're dangerous. Stop weaponizing health." She ended with a message to Mendeecees. "I wish you healing. One wish Yandy healing. I wish the kids peace. But don't come for me to save your face." The live ended after 45 minutes. No tears, no yelling, just facts and finality. The clip of her saying "bring receipts" became a meme overnight, remixed into everything from victory dances to savage clapbacks. The reaction was nuclear. Fans on both sides clashed harder than ever, some praising Tamar for ending it with class, others calling it too little too late. Mendeecees' team responded within the hour, saying her proof didn't disprove anything since no one claimed specific dates anymore, and that the lawsuit would continue because the initial damage was done. He went live briefly after her session. "Respect for speaking your truth. But the targeting started when you let the rumors run for weeks. That's on record." It was civil, almost mature, a rare moment of de-escalation that had fans wondering if peace was possible. Yandy watched it all unfold from her new perspective of quiet strength. She didn't comment on Tamar's live, but the next morning posted a carousel of family photos, her, the kids, even a throwback with Mendeecees from happier times captioned "grateful for every chapter," turning the page with love. It was her way of saying she was above the fray now, focused on building forward. Her followers praised the maturity, with comments like "this is how you win without fighting dirty." But the twists weren't done. A major outlet got their hands on alleged emails from Funky Dineva to his sources, showing how he pushed for exaggerated details to make it juicy. The story dropped on February 15th, and suddenly the blogger looked like the real villain. Mendeecees reposted it with "See, this is how it starts." Funky finally broke his silence, posting a long apology. "I got caught up in the clicks. I should have verified better. I'm sorry to everyone hurt." He deactivated comments, but the damage to his credibility was done. Some fans started questioning the entire scandal. How much was real? How much manufactured? The arrest situation reached its own climax. On February 20th, Mendeecees' lawyer announced that after full review, no new charges would be filed. The old probation matter was deemed compliant. The questioning closed. Mendeecees celebrated with a family dinner video, toasting to new beginnings. He looked lighter, like a weight had lifted. "No more harassment," he said. "God is good." Fans cheered, calling it the vindication he'd been fighting for. Emotionally, the healing started showing. Mendeecees and Yandy had their first joint appearance since the split at their son's basketball game. Cameras caught them sitting a few seats apart, both cheering, both smiling when the kids scored. No drama, no tension caught on film, just parents. Yandy posted a photo of the scoreboard. Caption, "Proud Mama." Mendeecees reposted it with hearts. It was small, but it felt huge. Tamar, meanwhile, released her first single from the new album on February 25th. The track, Crown Unbroken, was a powerful ballad about rising above lies and reclaiming power. The video dropped at midnight, her in a white gown walking through fire, lyrics cutting deep but never naming names. Streams skyrocketed. Critics called it her best work. She thanked fans in a post. "This is for every woman who's been dragged for nothing. We rise." As the month closed, the family started to mend in quiet ways. Extended relatives hosted gatherings where Mendeecees and Yandy could coexist without the spotlight. The kids thrived, talking more about school than headlines. The public fatigue was real. Fans started saying, "Let them heal," in comments, begging for the drama to rest. Viewers, the battles have been fierce, the truth's painful, but the light is breaking through. Mendeecees cleared his name legally. Tamar reclaimed her voice. Yandy found her freedom. The scars remain, but so does the love for family. Lingering questions float. Will the lawsuit settle? Will there be a reunion special? Will they ever all sit down together? But for the first time in months, hope feels possible. The story isn't over, but the worst might be behind them. The story isn't over, but the worst might be behind them.